another episode of Doctrine Unbound. So, here with my man Mylez, and I think we're going to talk about some serious stuff going on in the country. What do you think?
Man, we finna talk about some Can I cuss?
Yeah.
All right, we finna.
Not too much. I mean, we want to get some YouTube time, but I'm just saying, be yourself, but, let's try to keep it somewhat whatever. Anyway, crazy shit.
Crazy
I don't know
shit.
about you. I'm 52, and I'm worried.
You're 52?
Yes, sir.
Holy shit, no offense.
Yeah, it's all good. And you are how old?
I'm 27.
27. Okay, man.
It might be worse for me than it is for you.
Why would you say that?
Well, nah, it might be worse for both of us. I think
It's going to be bad for both of us.
Yeah. My parents always told me, or my dad specifically was like, oh man, it's gonna be bad for your generation. And there's, even if when you talk to the young kids, it's like, oh man, it's the old people's fault, it's their fault, It's bad for everybody. It's not just one group of people who is
Youngsters are saying this is our fault?
like that. I feel like that's a what do you call that? A social bias, things that's like quick quips to say, and when you want to sound smart, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to sound smart.
Oh, it's his fault. It's his fault.
Well,
yeah.
what do you think? What do you think is going on? Because I got to tell you, as a Generation X, I am shocked that this is happening. I have grown up pretty much free of all the bullshit that I thought we had gotten rid of in the past. Coming up in the 80s, the 90s, I thought everybody was fine. I mean, we had Rodney King and things like that. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I've always worked with other ethnicities, and I've never thought there was an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But now that this man has been, elected again, it has revealed so much to me that I'm having a real tough time processing at 52.
And you know what's crazy? Most people don't want to let that go. Most people, there's a group of people, specific group of people who think a certain way. And this goes for police officers, blacks. This goes for everybody. We have, we're real quick to generalize, right? And especially in America, there's always statistics, there's always numbers, and the media doesn't make it any better. So your day-to-day experiences never really combats how the majority think, right? And when the majority are central on this bias that all white people are racist, that all black people commit crimes, that all policemen are bad, that all politicians are bad, when when you can't trust your own gut and you have to rely on what you see, what can you do?
Oh, well, okay. I hear what you're saying. But what's crazy about that, what you just said is, like I said, in my experience, 52 years, in your 20s, your brain kind of comes online when you're 30. But what I'm getting at is, everyone I've ever worked with as another ethnic group, there's never been an issue with any of those programs. That's why my show is called Doctrine Unbound. The doctrine, let's let the bullshit go. I've never experienced any direct racism from like anyone I've ever worked with or been a friend with that's of another ethnic group. So all this programming that, supposedly the media is saying, whites hate blacks, blacks hate whites, blah, 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 blah. I know it's an anecdotal experience of mine, but I've never experienced it. People I've always dealt with never really experienced it direct. But what's bad about what's going on is the fact that if you're supporting this president of ours, it's clear cut how you really think, in my view of things. What this man has said and who he's associated himself with, and if you're saying you're okay with that, then you are clearly pretty much saying, I don't like this group, I'm agreeing with what they're doing. So it seems to be very clear cut, which is blowing my mind. Because I thought we were all okay. I really did. We've had our past issues. We've been told as black folk, get over it.
No.
We're trying.
No.
Y'all not making it any easier. Now it's even worse. Well, we're not going to forget, but we're going to try to go along. Obama was a great president. He inspired us, inspired everyone to be better and where the country could go. But at the same time, he really freaked some people out too, I think.
So
with causing problems.
With Obama, we're going to backtrack because you jumped on points on points. Look, we're going to backtrack real quick. First, I want to say, if you are uneducated, or if you are uneducated, not in the sense of school, like if you're uneducated on the situation, you don't need to be able to, you could just look and see. You don't need to have a fucking law degree or a business degree to see the bullshit. You don't need, all you need is common sense. If your president of the United States says, I'm gonna bomb bomb Iceland and
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
all the people,
Yeah.
all Mexicans gotta go.
Yeah.
They're terrorists, they're criminals. If somebody is there saying that, and you just believe that, and you just, yeah, I knew it. I know. Yeah, like,
Why would you say to yourself, yeah, I knew it. What has happened in your life to confirm what he's saying?
have you ever seen a Mexican? Have you ever seen a Mexican at the store and just like, oh, he's a criminal?
Right, that's what I'm getting at. If you believe this man and all the bullshit he's saying, and then you gotta ask yourself, has this ever happened to me? I can see if it has, and then maybe be like, I always knew that. But if it's never happened to you, all right, I'm gonna jump to another area that I kind of want to touch on later on. But I've understood and I've noticed that a lot of women, their mothers or grandmothers maybe had some problems with men, been abused, and then they take that on as all men are abusive, all men are evil. You know, the bear versus the man thing. It's almost like that with people in America that believe what this man is saying, but nothing's ever really happened to you personally. But so then why are you believing this about this group or this people based on what this foolio is saying? Nothing's happened to me personally. Everyone's I've ever come in contact with, I've always had a good experience with all groups like me, and I'm a black guy. I'm supposed to be the most oppressed and feared and blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong. It happens, but not to the point to where I hate them all and they're all like this and they're all, no.
Like white people?
Yeah, white people, or even Mexican folks. I've never had a direct, hey, nigger, I'm gonna kill you. I hate you because you're black. That has never happened to me in all my years. I've lived in California and in Arizona.
Nobody call you the N-word?
I work corrections, so yes, it did happen. But on the street,
like somebody just like, it's like
are we talking about
KKK type shit?
No.
Walk up to you and just like, ah. So
that has never happened to me.
I think what you're describing is blatant racism. I think they have, or our oppressors have evolved from, this isn't gonna work no more. You know what I mean? Or evolved into like, this isn't gonna work no more. See, laws, times, everything changed. We don't have slaves no more.
I understand.
White people get along with black people now. It's too much generalization for them to like push the propaganda that they want. So they have to do it in other ways and other messages. You know, what's it called? We all have subconscious thoughts, things that we do that just happen. Butterfly effects.
Right.
So like, if I put this in the news, you're gonna see more of this. If I put this on social media, you're gonna see more of this. If I market this, you're gonna see more of this. If the laws conduct this and this happens in the street, you're going to see more of this. As long as they, to a larger scale, can control how certain outcomes come about, it projects the racism that we see exists. And then the people that support that are what we define now as racist. Now, yes, there are those people who be like, you know, the hard ER and all types of stuff, but but it's more so, rather than having to go out of their way to yell at you, they can just abide by the rules that make it feel like they get an upper hand over you mentally, even if they don't.
Mentally. Well, that's up to us to let that happen. I mean, I've never felt inferior to anyone.
No, we can't let that happen.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's up to you to decide if you're going to let that affect you, with the bullshit of that, or be like, that's ridiculous.
No, it's going to affect you.
You can choose to be like, I'm pissed off about it, or be like, that's not true. I know who I am. I know what I've accomplished, and I don't need your approval to make me feel good or bad about myself.
What do you mean towards the point I just came from? What do you mean? Outside of the verbatim, like I said, blunt racism, if like the redlining, right?
Oh yeah, that's horrible. It's horrible.
That's what I mean. So like when it comes to stuff like that, you have to fight against.
Oh, we got to fight. We got to stand up against this, and it's just a matter of how and what we need to do, and we need to organize. We really need to get prepared for this, and I think it's going to get a whole lot worse if there isn't a landslide type of election in November against this crazy presidency, this crazy party that used to be somewhat respectable, but now it's just batshit crazy. If we don't get things turned around in November, we are in from some crazy shit.
We in for some shit either way too. Are you a Democrat or Republican?
I'm Democrat.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually used to be Republican.
I don't judge.
Until I'm like, this is getting really stupid crazy. I was Republican because that's how my family always voted. Very devout, Christian, Republican, conservative. So as I got older, I started thinking for myself. I came to realize that I'm more of a Democrat than I am a Republican. But anyway, yeah, we're in for some crazy shit.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
It's gonna tie into what I'm about to ask. Okay, so you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
If you could choose any element, what would you choose?
Fire.
Fire? You'd be with the Fire Nation?
I wouldn't go along with what they were doing, but I would probably want that ability to
Right.
control fire.
You won't be with fire. Okay. You watch Naruto?
Yes.
Okay. If you could like master any type of jutsu, what would you master?
The clone.
The clone jutsu? Okay. Out of all those jutsus, a bunch of jutsu, right? All right, right. All right. If you could go to any type of concert, and it's my last one. If you go to any type of concert, EDM, R&B, hip hop, rock, where would you go?
Reggae.
Reggae. So like you see how you have all these options available and they align with you in different ways. Why do we only have Republican and Democrat?
Okay, well, we have independent.
We have
We've tried in the past to have other parties and whatnot. Because I'm gonna tell you why. If you give people too many options, there's no unity. The less options you give people, the more they can get on board with things, and there can be a majority. It's like when you go to a grocery store and you don't know what to freaking pick.
Mm-hmm.
We have too many options. And so that's why I think if we just keep on adding party after party after party, pretty much the Republicans and the Democrats, they've kind of swayed back and forth with their views. Now, I don't want to add a third to that, whatever, and then a fourth, and then a fifth, because it's too much. And you know what? Government is just supposed to help us have a good life, govern well, but we're not supposed to be constantly thinking about government. We're supposed to be getting along with our lives and our families, and hopefully government is going to do right by us. But we're in a bad situation. But I don't think adding more parties, more confusion is going to help. We just need to get these crazy motherfuckers out.
All of them. Do you think the Democrats are
How
better
would
than
that work by getting rid of all of them? And then we insert who and what?
Do you? Okay. Shit. I was finna go. Okay, you're right. Not all. Okay, I'm gonna answer both. So, I was gonna say, I don't think the Democrats are any worse than the Republicans the same way around. I feel like they both have some shitty candidates in there.
One's a dumpster fire. One's a nuclear fucking bomb that has gone off. You cannot compare.
Both are still bad. I don't think like bad doesn't beat bad just because.
How has the Democratic Party been bad? And how could there be any equivocation between that party and what is going on right now in the Republican Party? Please explain this to me. 52.
52.
I remember Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Obama, Biden. You're 20. No offense, you're 27, but you're gonna.
I haven't gone through as many presidencies and politicians that as you have. You're right. I have seen more bullshit from Republicans as you may have think. As far as Democrats, I'm only so aware of them because it feels like they're always pushed towards black people as the better vote, no matter what.
That's because of the vote or the act that was just revoked. We mostly all voted Republican because that was the party of Lincoln, and he was Republican and he freed the slaves.
Allegedly,
yes, that's the story. But however it is, we're done with that, and he was the man that brought that in, and that's why most black people voted Republican. And then the Voting Rights Act came about, and that's when the switch happened. But we've always been looking for the party that's going to help us as much as they can.
I've done
or willing to do.
I've done online quizzes and stuff like that in the past to see like, man, what do I really align with? Sometimes I got like liberal democratic side, you know, pushing for a greener earth, you know, better health care, better food care. Like in Arizona, they just passed a law that bans you for feeding the homeless in a park.
That's ridiculous.
Without a permit. So you can't provide heat aid, you can't provide medical aid, and you can't provide food without a permit no longer in like public areas.
Hey, what councilman came up with, hey, I got an idea. This is what we're going to do. We're going to ban people from helping other people in the park unless they got a permit. Who said, yes, I agree? That's what I don't understand, even about with local government. Who the hell's coming up with this fucked up shit? And somebody has to agree to it, to vote it through. Why are we allowing that to happen? We really got to get more involved, which sucks because, I just want to go on with my life and having this, but we've got to now get more involved.
The government makes those choices, and like
people we be allowed to make these choices on our behalf. Yes.
Unless we directly, like as a people, go there and say, we're not going to let you do this, or we're going to beat the fuck out you.
No violence. That never works. We can't say it like
not
that.
Like that. I mean, like that. No, like that. I mean, like, let's say they want to build a data center after.
Yeah, I heard about that.
After we've pushed and said, because I think they're building one in Tucson.
Oh, I thought it was
Chandler.
Yeah, something like that.
Chandler.
But the population around that does not want it.
So like,
or was it near the Grand Canyon or something like that? And they were going to need to use water, and there's already a water issue there.
In Arizona in general. There was also, where was it? I think it's somewhere in Texas that there was a small town and they were going to build a data center there. And they said no, the town voted no. So the big companies sued the town and they lost the case. So they had to like give up that agriculture to get it built. So it's like when stuff like that happens, like we need to be like pitchforks and like fucking either at the office pitchforks tying somebody up, or we need to be like guns out at that fucking place. Like, yo, we can't. I think because we're not willing to go those extremes, the law always wins. And people don't have, a lot of times, big companies like that don't have the, I mean, a lot of times towns and people like that don't have the money to go against big corporations with billions of dollars backing sponsors.
Aaron Brockovich.
So stuff like that, I feel like we gotta be ready to kill somebody. That's just my honest opinion. You know what I mean? So like, you know what? I know somebody who would love to join this conversation. So real quick, we gonna bring in the brother y'all all know and love out here in Arizona. My brother, man. Well, at least I love him. I know him.
Who's this guy? He looks like Kyler Murray's little brother.
I'm gonna let him introduce.
You play ball too, bro?
I did. I played football and baseball. As a matter
Nice. How you doing?
Oh, Loud. All right.
My brother. I'm gonna let him introduce himself when he come in. Make sure you talk to the top of the mic.
Word. Thank you.
It's the work K Loud.
Yeah, for sure. Straight from work, straight from the office. I go by the name of K Loud. You know.
K Loud.
Oh,
The tooth thing, you ain't got the.
I took them off so long ago, bro.
Oh, I thought it was because like the workplace. Yeah, I want you to like.
Where do you work, brother?
Nah, I work at the Mayo Clinic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What
So-
are you, a doctor, physician?
Shit.
I'm gonna go for the top. Why not? Shit, go on now.
A desk operations specialist. So you know,
Okay.
it's not
for you.
not a PA, not a doctor, but
You're a working man.
doing
I'm
something.
proud of you.
Gratitude.
All right? I'm proud of you.
Gratitude.
Keep it up.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm K Loud, MC from Vallejo, California, man. Introspective guy. I'm a thinker. I'm a writer. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be here.
So we actually just left off on a conversation. He don't believe in violence when it comes to solving our issues, but I was telling him when we was talking about a town, how basically how it comes to approaching the issues we got, especially when it comes to these like big companies. There was a company, I don't remember where, but it was a small town. They were building a data center. They sued them for not saying yes to it and won, and basically just took all of their land.
Wait, hold on. The company that was going to put the data center there sued the town for them not agreeing for them to put the data center there, and they won?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Golly.
So I feel like I was saying at that point when they're doing stuff like this, or the government, I mean, like when stuff like this happening, we got to find a way to fight back. Somebody got to go.
Fight back, but not in the physical sense. Because let me ask you something. Okay, after you're done with that and you've burned it down and you've killed these people, okay, now what?
We got our land.
Now what?
You got your land back, but you have committed this atrocity. And now this town is known for getting together in a band and killing people, like Tulsa. You want to be like a Tulsa?
No.
And just be in every little town that has a dispute with whatever. Let's just kill them.
They bombed them.
No, I get it, but how
With
horrible was that?
planes. That was terrible.
Nah, I think
Terrible. Now, why would you want to recreate that?
That's not a recreate.
okay.
I'm defending.
Every war that has ever stopped, there's been negotiation and diplomacy.
What was diplomatic about
That
stealing?
is more sustaining than traumatizing people with killing them.
They've already
Here's another thing.
traumatized them. They
Here's
took
another
their
thing.
land.
Here's another thing. People talk about getting violent and getting physical real quick. My brother, have you been in many fights?
Few.
Okay. It is a scary thing. I've worked corrections. I've been in more tussles than I could count. It is a scary thing, and you have to be mentally prepared to kill or be killed. Have you ever experienced that and experienced the adrenaline and the adrenaline dump and you're shaking and you can't even focus at a certain point. And you get in this frenzy of kill and someone has to calm you down. Everyone's so quick to talk about violence. Y'all motherfuckers have really no idea what you're talking about. And are you prepared to go there and deal with it afterwards?
Do you think people should
It's
get prepared?
better to talk it through. Calm down. Talk it through. It's more sustaining, lasting, and you don't traumatize people. Then want to come back one day, fucking kill you. It's a perpetuation, okay?
So what about them?
Negotiation always is better than violence.
What about them bringing the National Guard in and shooting people?
That's all bad. And see, you know what? I hate to say it. It's probably gonna get to that.
That's a good conversation.
Probably gonna
bro.
get to that. We don't want that. Not in this country. I like fucking my old lady, eating pizza and getting ice cream, whatever the fuck I want. You understand all that's gonna stop, right? If we have like the Civil War and everyone just killing each other and it's just total anarchy. I want to be able to go to Disneyland whenever the fuck I want, go on vacation, and live my life and be happy, not worrying about killing my neighbor.
So are you okay with living with that, knowing somebody above you was always willing to take that way if it means it benefits them?
Then we have to be vigilant and, like you said, be aware of the situation what's going on in our area and be on top of it. And make sure that as they're going through all these avenues to do what they want to do, we have to strategize and fight against it.
Do you think?
But at a certain point, when we start killing people, what are you saying? What do we want to go back to the old Wild Wild West?
So when police, let's say a police, or
52, brother. Don't go over there with me, police. And I've been corrections. So, okay, what you about to say about the police?
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. In the case of police abusing people in the streets, right?
Yeah.
Like literally, you
Horrible.
see, it's
Happened
terrible.
to me.
You see it, it's clear as day, right? So police could potentially kill this person. Do you take that cop's life first and defend that person,
No.
even if that cop gets away with it?
No, he should not have gotten away with it. No, they should be held to standards as well.
They'll probably get an administrative
Yeah,
leave.
you're right. These things happen. But let me ask you, is that a drop in the bucket or is that all cops?
A drop in the bucket.
It's a drop, because it's happened to me and it was a drop in the bucket because I come from a cop family, okay, military family. Most cops aren't like this. And, you know, you might watch a situation and now in your mind, they're all going to do that. If you just are reasonable and you act with some sense, they're going to do the same. They're going to match your energy. Because let me tell you, they don't want to get into it too. And they don't want to do the paperwork. They don't want to have to do this and that. So if the cop asks you to do something, just cooperate. And most of the time, I'm going to tell you, 99% of the time, it's not going to be no problem. When you start corrections, you start being combative and you're not being cooperative, then I have a set of rules that now, as the officer, I've been trained to follow. If the person is not complying, your next step is this, escalation. Then you must compel. You must take control of the situation. They're all taught this and trained this. Some go out of their fucking minds and they think they're, Keystone Cop crazy and they start thinking they're above the law. That's what we see. But most guys aren't like that. Most cops aren't like that.
You
They're
think
reasonable dudes and they just want to, do what they need to do and get home.
you think media gives us that perception? So
Just like all niggas is bad and we're going to steal your purse and rape you and kill you.
Why
It's
ain't
not
it?
true about all of us at all. Matter of fact, if something goes down, you need to run to a black man, not away from him. We the real heroes. Anyway.
do you disagree with that as far as the police? Do you think-
Hold on. Doctrine Unbound is my show. You can edit this right now, but let me ask you this.
Oh, okay.